Hey, what is up guys? We are back for episode number 25 of Project Architect number 2, and today we have a lot of stuff planned once again. Alright, let's get right into the video guys. It is unfortunately raining once again in my Minecraft world, as you can see, and probably here, but that is okay because I have something very cool to show you guys. I made myself the super wireless grid in between episodes, and this thing is absolutely amazing. I can access my inventory and all of the things that I've ever learned with EMC right at my fingertips, and wow, he just took a job. It's very interesting. Thankfully, due to a couple of comments that were left on my video, I learned how to do something very important, and that being this down here. You can see this item right here, the transmutation interface from last episode. I set the priority to +1, and then the priority on my main storage is set to -1. Therefore, if I add anything into my super wireless grid with EMC, it goes straight into the transmutation interface, which is very good because otherwise I would be filling up my storage like crazy. Now, the next step in the pack is to get the Archaeolution, and honestly, I don't know how to make this. We looked at it last episode, and it looks to be a little bit more complicated than the rest. So we need a stellar integral components, we need efficiency nullifier augment, an energy nullifier augment, a whatever that says, a blitz mote, blitz cube, a refined sunflower oil bucket, and the dissolution chamber. So there's lots of stuff we need to do. But first, I want to show you guys something really cool as well, a second time. If we grab 9 of the EMC Link version 1s, which are these ones right here, we don't need 64, we just need 9, perfect. And we head all the way downstairs. We can actually automate the Arca meat. And we are going to have the EMC links exporting each of the plushies required into here, and then exporting into another EMC link, which actually means we need another one. We need one more. Perfect. And we need to get a better create setup going. So there's something called the electric motor. This one right here. Now this is something we need to craft, which means we need some more mechanical crafters. And once we have that, we can convert RF into create power, which is very good. So let's rip down this good old setup because we don't need it anymore. We'll grab the water outside of here, and we will grab the water wheel, and we will get to work on creating the brand new EMC system that I do believe might be better than the current one we have. However, I do not want to have this in my basement anymore, so I'm going to create a brand new building for this, and it's going to be called something along the lines of probably Archimedes Factory or something like that. Kind of a weird name, but we're going to roll with it. But first, we must sleep away the night. Now, the true question is, where do we need to put this building down? Because we have Vade Corp right here. This is going to be our main power solution. The power cube is now retired. I have it still running. Obviously, it's going to provide power for us, but the mass majority of our power is coming from Vade Corp over there. So where do we put? Well, I guess I should mention this too. This video is kind of everywhere. We're going to build a zoo over here, so we can't really use this space unless we choose to move the zoo somewhere else. So we might actually end up choosing this spot right here for the Archimedes Factory. So once again, we're going to rip down all of these trees, and we're going to create room for the brand new factory once again for the Archimedes EMC duplication method that is going to grant us an insane amount of EMC. But I first need to make the electrical motor, which as you can see requires brass sheets, copper spools, iron rods, capacitors, and an andesite alloy. Now, to create the brass sheets, we need brass ingots. And brass ingots are formed with the multi-servo press, or actually, sorry, the induction smelter, which is zinc and copper. Luckily for me, I have an induction smelter right here. Throw those together, and in a very short time, oh, wow, we might need to put an augment in there. That is very slow. Where is my augment, actually? I don't know. We are going to make up a good amount of this brass ingot, and then also we need some andesite alloy, which I think we might have some of that, or we can make it pretty easily. Yeah, look at that, 64, like so. Now, for the capacitor, we need some sheets, which means we need to use the multi-servo press once again. So we need to supply that with some power, and we will likely use just one of these right here, drop below here, and add that right below there, like so. I love it. All right, grab some copper out of there, throw that in the servo press, and that should grant me some copper sheets, and yes, it does indeed. And because we need zinc sheets as well, we might as well smelt up some zinc right away, like this, and then grab some of that zinc and put it inside of the other one because, well, we have 2 of the presses, so might as well get it done. And then we need some redstone torches, which obviously you guys know will not be a problem for me at all. I'm going to craft a whole whack of them, and actually they're EMCable, so now we have infinite. All right, there is 50 brass ingots, which should be plenty. All right, let's make some capacitors. Now, it looks like we need a rolling mill. I've never used one of these before, but it is now time to learn how to use it. All right, I placed the rolling mill down. Do I just throw a piece of iron in the top like that? Is that it? Is that all I need to do to get the iron rod? It might be. And if I click on it, yeah, that's all I have to do. Wow. Now we need some of this copper spool, which means we need an empty spool, which is very easy to make. And we also need some of this copper wire, which is literally just copper sheets thrown in the rolling mill. And that's it. So fly back over here like a so, and chuck a couple of these inside of the rolling mill. It appears it doesn't take very long. So let's take a look and see. And let's see. Come on. There it is. Copper wire. That's really just that easy. It's crazy. We are going to need 4 times 3, which is 12 copper wire. All right, we are up to 8. We just need to do this 2 more times. And there we go. There is 12 copper wire. So now we should be able to make the copper spools. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll fly all the way back over here. And we're going to place all this stuff in here. So I think it goes boom, 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 boom. And of course, there is a bunch of zombies around. It just never ends. An iron rod right there. And then do, 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 and do. And now we should be crafting the good old electrical motor. Well, let's be honest here, guys. This is taking a long time, so the electrical motor is going to help very much so. And I'm very curious to see, does this export into the chest? All right, let's see what happens. I moved the chest over because it was going this way, and sure enough, it did. Perfect. There's my electrical motor. And now I have to come up with a design to make this building look very good. I really like Vade Corp over there. Maybe we'll do something pretty similar to that. I wish I could give a montage for you guys, but I don't have replay mod. I tried doing it, and for whatever reason, it glitches out really bad as this mod pack. A lot of these blocks like turn into like water and stuff, and it just looks really bad. So I'm gonna build, and I'll show you guys what I come up with. All right, guys, it's been a little while, and I have gotten a shape down that I really, really like, and I'm going back to the blue roof that we used back on those houses over there, and I think it looks really good. And it's going to generate a huge amount of EMC when we get the mechanical crafters installed. And yeah, I really like it. Okay, after a little while here, I have gotten something that I really, really do like. And I have EMC written right on the front because we are going to be making millions. So now it is time to install all the stuff on the inside. Now we have these 2 spots right here for mechanical crafters, which I should have crafted up. Yes, I do indeed. And they are going to export into EMC links right down here. So we need 2 EMC links. 1, 2. And then we need to place the mechanical crafters in these spots here. Just like this. Voila. Now, you need to make sure they are all facing the right way. So we're going to have it pointing down to the left. And just make sure all these are pointing the right way. There we go. Now, I'm going to put a cogwheel right in the middle. Right about here. I think this will look decent. It's not going to be the prettiest thing ever, but at least it works. We actually, honestly, could put a trapdoor on top of that. Which we might even do. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks really good. Now, on the backside here, we are likely going to have to extend the building just slightly so we can add in all the pipes and all the EMC links for the plushies. So I'm going to open this up real quick, and we are going to make sure this whole system works out really well. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added 9 EMC links on each of the mechanical crafters, and we are going to have to put pipes in between each of these and make sure they do not connect together. So as you can see, they connect together. Take a wrench and just disconnect them like that. And now if we take a look at the recipe, we need on the left-hand side a bee, a dragon, and a wither. So what I'm going to do next is make sure that these pipes are pulling out of the EMC link, go on the backside, and put down all of these plushies. So bee, dragon, and wither. And as you will see on the inside, they are now appearing in their spots. I will repeat the same thing on this side, except we will need to make sure we do the right recipe. So we need axolotl, warden, and evoker. So let's make sure they are in extract mode. Perfect. And then axolotl, warden, and evoker. And now you can see where this is heading. I'm going to do that for all the different ones in the Archimedes, and then they will automatically be crafting as soon as we put down the electrical motor, which I'll show you shortly. All right, I now have all of the EMC links connected up to these mechanical crafters, and they are all set up perfectly. So now it is time to go to the back and work on the electrical motor. And like I was saying, guys, the electrical motor is one of the greatest things ever because it allows you to change RF into create stress, which is absolutely amazing. So we want this full speed. Put a point on the end, and this thing should be functioning extremely quickly. Let's go take a look and see. As you can see, we are making a huge amount of EMC. They get automatically inputted, and then they are automatically exported into this right here. So we are generating something like 107 million EMC. That is crazy. Now we have to make sure that this looks a little bit prettier. So I'm going to redo the back end here, and it'll look a lot better. All right, guys, I decided to add a little window in the back to show off the EMC links that are importing, and I think it looks really good. So let's go take a look inside once again, and let's see how cool this really looks. All right, would you look at that? We are generating an insane amount of EMC, all from that little cogwheel spinning off that electrical motor. I love it. All right, now it is time to add a pathway to the base and also add some bushes and some flowers to make it look really good because I really do like this build. And there it is, guys. We now officially have something absolutely amazing. I thank you for watching this episode, and hopefully now you know how to do it too. Not really sure what I'm going to add in these little rooms over here. Honestly, it's more for decoration, but I like it, so we're going to keep it like that. But yeah, we added some leaves, added some trees, and overall the feel of this build is just amazing. I can't lie. Like, it looks really good, and I love the colors. Now let's open up the quest book, and let's take a look and see what the next step is here. We needed that Arculution, which requires all of this. So let's get started on that today. We need to find ourselves a Blitz, and we need to capture it and make a spawner out of it, because clearly we need a lot of the pieces from it. Unless we already found it. We may have already found it. It does not look like we have. No, we have not. Oh, it actually appears like the Blizz and the Blitz are two different mobs. That's interesting. I did not know that. So these are all the items we need to create the Arculution, of course. So let's take a look and see what we can craft now. Honestly, I don't think we can craft any of this stuff. We need Melodium and whatever this is. Oh, that's more Melodium and Stellarium. Never gotten that before. And we have to kill one of these mobs here and get one of these shards, which spawn by any. I've never seen this mob before, so that might be difficult to find. And the Blizz and the Blitz. So let's go hunt down some of these mobs. My guess is that the Blizz and the Blitz might spawn in the snow biome here. So let's fly around and let's see if we can find one. That is not one there. That is a stray. Is there anything out here? Hello. I don't see one. I don't see one on the map. Interesting. Well, maybe my luck is not looking too good today. I'm not quite sure. Truth be told, I am better off just mob swapping it if I find them, because clearly I'm having a hard time with that. So let me make up 2 mob swabs very quickly. I think they're very cheap. I could be wrong. We've used these multiple times, but 1, 2. Perfect. We'll grab those. And let's go hunt them down now, because clearly they're hard to find. I know I've had a Blitz or a Blizz at my base before trying to kill me, so I know they're out here. It's just a matter of finding them. Hey, look at that. I think that's a Blizz right there. That is a Blizz. Yeah, indeed. Now we just need the Blitz, which also is something that probably takes the same shape, but looks a little bit different. Spawn biome any. Okay, so I guess they can spawn anywhere. Man, I love this building. This is just insane. You know, this is like what I was saying earlier in the episodes, guys. Sometimes you just have to admire the things you see in Minecraft, because I could never build something like that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably can't either, so it's really cool to have that in the world when you can't do it. There's even like stables here and hay, flax bales. It's just so next level. The guys that created the crate mod are insane. Literally insane. I realized that it said the spawn can happen in any biome, but I think it's pretty coincidental that I found it in a snow biome, and I'm assuming the Blitz is the same way. So I'm going to stay in the snow biome and just hope and pray that I find one. I think I got this chest earlier on in the series. Let's take a look. Yes, I did. There's clearly nothing good in there. We also have to work on getting upgraded spawners, because those will help us out greatly, especially in this case, because the spawners we currently have are very slow. But yeah, I'm going to keep looking for this Blitz, and when I find it, I'll let you know. Well, I guess this might have to be another episode type thing, because clearly I'm not finding it. These things are hard to find, I guess. But I got to show you guys something really interesting. Someone left a great comment last episode, and I thought I should share it. Someone had mentioned, why don't I just use an EMC link, exporting into a furnace, cooking up the uraninite, and then putting it right into the reactor. And clearly they were right. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that's a lot better setup for the power reactors. So don't do what I did last episode. Do what I did this episode. But regardless, we got the mob swap for the Blitz, which is the Blizz, sorry, which is going to help out a lot. So I'll put these inside of our system, and we'll go from there. Now, if we take a look and see this, I honestly don't really know vibrating, endurium, melodium. Like, where does melodium come from? Melodium dust, crusher. See, I don't even know where this is coming from. So if you guys know in the comments below where I get melodium, please let me know. Drop a comment, and I'll do that next episode more than likely. And thank you once again to you guys who let me know about the Wither Death muffler, because this is going to help get rid of that boss bar, which was really annoying. So thank you. And obviously, I made one of these wireless transmitters between episodes, and I put an infinity range booster, which was really expensive. I needed 3 range upgrades, nether stars, and all this. And then I also added a dimensional card, which allows me to do that in absolutely any dimension, whether it be the nether, my awakened draconium dimension, or the end, anything like that. I can access all of my items. Oh, what happened? Oh, what the heck? I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. I'll put this in his hand. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Okay guys, well I think this is going to be definitely a shorter episode, but this is all I have time for today. So thank you for watching once again. We have created one of the greatest EMC farms, the best we have in our world currently. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in episode number 26, where we decide to take on likely the next thing in line, which is the Arcolution. So thank you guys for watching. Peace and love. Vade out.